We the best, no contest. My clique is the best. We the best. There ain't no one like, cause of you dumb or you crazy. There's no way, G. Me and my clique, we handling biz while you and your clique just act fugazi. You couldn't persuade me to give a damn, it just don't faze me. I got my Xbox, she can't play me. Money in a text box, I get paid. We the best. We the best. No contest. My clique is the best. We the best. For the wicked I'm bad and I'm blessed. Put it to the test. For the rest there ain't no contest. So what's next? Got me leveling up, I'm obsessed. I bring the fire like I'm possessed. My personnel and my clique is the best. There ain't no contest. There ain't no one like, cause of you dumb or you crazy. There's no way, G. Me and my clique, we handling biz while you and your clique just act fugazi. You couldn't persuade me to give a damn, it just don't faze me. I got my Xbox, you can't play me. Money in a text box, I get paid. We the best. We the best, best. We the best, best. No contest. My clique is the best. We the best. We the best, best. We the best, best. No contest. My clique is the best. We the best. We the best, best. We the best, best. No contest. My clique is the best. We the best. We the best, best. We the best, best. No contest. My clique is the best. We the best. We the best, best.
Ha! 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 What's up, everybody in the chat? Tell me the sound levels are good. I heard all about the crying last week. The music is too loud. Tell me if the music's too loud. It should be okay. Respectable levels. Why is the camera so dark? What's up, everybody in the chat? We got a lot to talk about today. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Septic Sauce, the Saturday stream, which will be changing very soon with exciting developments. What's up, everybody in the chat? If you're listening on Spotify, Google Podcasts, all that shit with the audio-only version, hello. We're going to talk about gaming in this podcast where we say how it is. None of this pandering, none of this pony ban, or none of this, you know, how it is. We keep it real here. And if you're a pony, brace yourself, because I will destroy you always. But the ponies, the bots, the Nintendroids, the PC guys, all of you welcome here. This is a safe haven, unless you're a moron. And if you are a moron, as long as you admit you are one, it's all good. What's up, everybody in the chat? We've got Jeremy Lauzon. Talk about Senzu. You shouted me out in your recent video? Oh, shit, Senzu, I gotta check that out. Slim Pickens. Senzu, I will check it out. Send me the link. Molten Pandora. David M. What's up? BT Maverick. What's up, bruh? Ace Out Gaming. Lutrons. Whoa. 9 lives. 9 lives. Serendipity. Always showing love. 9 lives. Again, I read your name out twice. Because he's so nice. Clark Osborne. Everyone. Pirafe. It's like giraffe. Chris. What's up, everyone? Solmo, Digital Entity, Christopher, Captain Chat. Shout out Captain Chat. The Pews. Hello, hello, hello. We've got some memes to talk about today. Multiple topics. But I'm very grateful for you all joining. God, Emperor, Former King. Should we start off with the Black Myth Wukong? Oh, by the way, I have a giveaway. For you early birds. I've got an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate thing with my... So someone on Twitter told me to get... Because I needed a new Xbox controller. I got this one. I forgot the name of it. It's this one. Little hair there. White controllers to pick up it's a really good controllers, but the problem is it's wired, but it's got these 2 paddles at the back. What is it called? It would help if I knew. One sec. Oh, here we go. The Gamescom G7 SE. No nonsense controller. Really what I wanted, the paddles at the back, because the paddles are a game changer for me. And I'm not sponsored by them or anything. This is just basically controller I got, and it's just solid, simple. It's small because my hands are quite small, and it's just comfy and it works. And it's got basically, you won't get stick drift because it's got Hall effects shit, and it's really nice. And it's got its own user interface to map buttons properly, so it's really good. Check it out. So as a result of that, I got some code. Can you see this? Probably can't. I'm just about to... Let me type this up in the chat as I put up the music for you guys a little bit. And I'll put it back down again because I know you're gonna, the music's too loud. I'll put it up a little bit as I type up this stuff. This is a code for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate coming right up. If I can type it properly. What the hell does that say? Bruv, it is so bad. It's so badly blurred in the thing. Is that a 6 or a 9? That's a 69 or a 59. I think it's a 69. It's coming. It's a long ass code, man. Damn. I don't even know if this is gonna work because the writing is so bad. It's not my eyesight. It's blurry as hell. Like, there it is, but it's so blurry. Oh my god. If it doesn't work, let me know. Right, let me check one more time. I'm gonna read it out for someone. HKC 69 ZQ964 VTQCM C. I don't know if this is an 8 or a 6. It looks like 2 6s, Q9, and the rest is on the screen. Got you double thinking. Shout out to Shams. Kubo. All right. All right. I think that's it. Yeah, welcome Captain Chance to being a member, bro. And Chaps for being a member for 5 months with this trademark Cooper. One day I'll come across this Cooper. We'll see. We'll see. I think this is the code. If it doesn't work, let me know. And we'll mess about with it. So, let's talk about Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Wukong is out. The reviews are out. And by the way, let me know if my sound levels are good. What's up, Daddy Passion Official? Bims. Call Tim Dog. He's crying. He's always crying. Wukong. South Mole. So, Black Myth Wukong is out. And it's hit Metacritic, if we care about that. And it's a game I'm looking forward to because Black Myth Wukong looks really good. We've been waiting for that for a while. Oh, shit! Shout out to Shams, everybody! Legendary! He's giving you 3 months of Game Pass Ultimate out there. The code is there. Please send some love your way. And he's giving a £2 super chat as well. One of the most generous people out there, bro. Shout out Shams. Well, so nice, man. What a G. What a G. You got the best service in gaming. Yeah. The best value gaming service. That's going to trigger a pony, isn't it? 82 calls leaving for work listening at red light. So, Black Myth Wukong is out. A game that I've been looking forward to for a very long time. And it's got decent reviews. General takeaway is it's a solid game, but it's been knocked down a few points based on its bugs. Right now it's got the PC review. It's got 54 critic reviews, which is decent. I'll show you. And it's an 82 Metacritic, which is a solid score. And it looks beautiful. The presentation is brilliant. The you know, like a lot of people were thinking whether this game actually exists, and it is. Like, it does exist. The visuals are really good. The technical issues are a bit of a problem, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm gonna play it. Now, the problem with this game isn't sometimes the game itself, but it's reviewers of these games. And we've just seen, so I'm going to talk to you about like the review scores generally. Check this out, chat. Sorry, I should switch back. Look at this. This is what's wrong with people and their understanding of review scores. And I have faced this so many times for years before you even knew who I was. When I was doing reviews, people and their understanding of scores and what it means for them, it's ridiculous. So we've got IGN's review, and this is the symptom of the new age. Just post the score. That's it. This guy is like, just post the score. He doesn't want to look at the substance review. He doesn't want to hear what the reviewer actually experienced that led him to the score. He goes, just post the score. And there's someone's posted it here for them. 8. Thank you. Too low. What the hell? Didn't even... Has this guy even played the game? No one is... It's not even out yet. Too low. The guy is already... Like, what... I mean, what kind of clown makeup do you have to come up with that? But this is the problem. People don't understand what subjectivity in reviews is and what that means for, like, you know, people impose their understanding. I've had this so many times with reviews where people say, oh, you can't give this a 4. 4 is for broken games only. Who made that rule? Why is 4 a broken game? I see this so many times. I had an argument with Mav a long time ago where you say Starfield, you can't give it a 7. There's no way it's a 7. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean it's not a 7? Like, for you? Okay. He goes, no, there's no way it's a 7. And I'm like, what? Who made you the judge of deciding what everyone can give this game a score? What does 7 even mean to you? Like, where you gleaning this objectivity, like objective value in this number from? Where are you getting that from? And yeah, it's just stupid. I genuinely think it's just stupid. But ultimately, what I also found, and I asked this question, was, do you actually trust journalists? So here, I did a poll, nearly 2,000 votes, and I said, we use Metacritic, but how many of you actually trust the opinion of gaming journalists? And a whopping 86.7% of you said no after nearly 2,000 votes. And I'm not surprised by that, but only 13% of people actually trust gaming journalists in large. Doesn't mean in general. Doesn't mean like you may have specific journalists you may support, which is absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. You could do that. That's absolutely okay. I have journalists I refer to. ACG, I like his reviews. I know he's sensible and he has never really let me down. We may not always agree. I'm pretty sure he disagrees with me on my take on Callisto Protocol, but other than that, everything else, we're pretty much lined up. It's all very subjective. So the idea is you find people who align their tastes with yours, understand your taste, because none of us have like the right answer when it comes to taste. It's like, well, no, but anyway, I'm not going to down that road. But you'll prefer some stuff, other people won't. You'll be critical of other areas, other people won't expect that. You'll have a certain level of expectations with graphical fidelity, audio visual. Remember, it's an art form, it's subjective. So you're never going to get, there's no such thing as an objective review. So cast that aside. But you also generally have the state of the industry. And this is where I have an issue with gaming journalists, especially in the West. I mean, mostly by journalists I have in the West, but this recently, and then this highlights it. The kind of bullshit that's artificially added onto reviews to make just this whole conversation just degrade it several levels down. Let me show you. This is a review from Screen Rant, and they gave it 3 out of 5, whatever. But they had a pretty thorough review, and then they cons. Black Myth Wukong, a game where you control a monkey fighting other gods in this weird, like, Chinese, like, world with established characters and history and culture and story and tropes. They said is lacking inclusivity and diversity. And look at this. And if you're listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, let me read it out to you. The lack of diversity and inclusivity resonates with the misogynistic comments reported to have been made by the developers, which expressed disdain for women playing their games. So not only is this guy, he's latching onto previous comments the developer has made, and then has his confirmation bias turned up to 11 as he links it with the lack of diversity and inclusivity. Although Black Myth Wukong does truly have enjoyable moments, the underlying feeling that women aren't welcome in this world felt present through my experience. Bro, who is this bitch, bro? Like, what kind of person is that? How you experience games? Like, oh, that guy said some bad things about women, and I can't really tear myself away from that. Well, then your review is completely fucked. Your review is completely stained. Any, not even objective quality, but any quality to try and give out a biased view, you've completely shoved it down the toilet. It's worth noting that the game is based on the novel Journey to the West, which does consist of a few important female characters. To not include any women in the initial chapters of an adaptation means meant for a modern audience is quite disconcerting. Would you have even noticed, chat, if that was the case? Would you have noticed? I don't think so, bro. Not in a game like this. I don't look at the gender of what enemies or what main characters when I'm controlling a gigantic monkey, man. Whilst this does not take away from the exhilaration and fun of the boss fights themselves, women fans of Souls-like games may have a different perspective. I'm pretty sure women fans of Souls-like games like the Souls-like games for the Souls-like gameplay, not whether or not the people that they have digital ovaries in them. And it's just so utterly stupid and takes away from the craft, takes away from the substantive argument about the quality of the game, and just denigrates it to this kind of stupid, pandering, woke bullshit that I'm thankfully coming to a stage where it seems like the fad is dying, and you've got, let's be honest, man, the game industry is full of so many ultra left. I mean, I'm not saying there's left people. I'm more left leaning, but sometimes the middle, some conservative in the right. I'm like, I would say pretty in the middle. But the gaming industry is full of bunch of, like, let's be, from developers to journalists, just pretty soppy people. And this kind of bullshit just completely kills any goodwill that you may have in your reviews. So I don't disagree with that. You may disagree with me, and that's fine. But I think it's just bullshit. Especially, it says according to reports, the developer also suggested women aren't capable of enjoying games, being skilled at these types of games. I now question your reports here, because all of that is desperately trying to make something out of nothing, and it's completely unnecessary in your assessment of a game. If it's such a I get it, like, and I made a point here. We're saying, look, I made it very clear about my views on some international, like, you know, political stances. I don't play The Last of Us 2, even though I've got the game. I bought it, and then I stumbled across this article, and people were telling me, by the way, you know, it's very sly Zionist propaganda from Neil Druckmann is a Zionist cuck, and you just need to be mindful of it. Okay, I'm not playing it. You can play it. I'm not playing it. But if I were to ever do a review of this game, I would absolutely, and I do this all the time, peer myself away from the propaganda. If I cannot do that, and if it's really, I hate the guy so much that it's an impossibility for me to do a review in earnest, I wouldn't publish it. I wouldn't publish it. Sorry, chat. I wasn't even looking at the chat. I was going on a bit of a rant, so I couldn't even see the screen. Shabs, shout out. Thank you so much for the 5. A lot of these gaming journalists are activists. Journalism is thrown out. Absolutely. Dude, half of the gaming journalists don't have journalism degrees, which is fine, because it's fine from a purist perspective. Look, you have a game. You want opinion of gamers, right? At the end of the day. So you don't need to have a journalism degree as such. But it's just why most people now gravitate. Well, you got your 86% in my poll, which is a small skewed poll, but I'm pretty sure most people don't care. That's why they go to YouTubers. That's why they go and watch YouTube. YouTubers get millions of views on their reviews because they want to hear from gamers. Not for people like them who are worried about whether or not someone's got bloody no XY chromosomes in a game about a monkey set in fictional China, ancient China, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? It's so utterly stupid, man. So dumb. And I see this all the time. And that woke shit is ruining games. And I'm glad when, like, Suicide Squad puts in a Mrs. Freeze. Did you see the Mrs. Freeze shit? Do you know about... Bro, they gender swapped... I thought Mr. Freeze, it was Mr. Freeze's wife in the new Suicide Squad. They gender swapped it, turned it into some weird, short-haired, you know, big... Bruh, you need to look at it. Let me type it, man. Mrs. Freeze, Suicide Squad, and she's in a gender-bended alternate universe lesbian character. Like, bruh, like, do you really think this is going to, like, do favors? Look at the fate of this game. Suicide Kill the Justice League Season 2 peaks at under 600 Steam. 600, bro. That's terrible. Look at this character. What the hell is that? Mrs. Freeze. Bruv. Like, it's okay to do... Like, you're taking away from the craft. And all this woke stuff is just ruining the story in your games. And you're just... These companies don't actually care. It's dumb. It's dumb. End this shit, man. End this bollocks, man. Stop this shit. It's dumb. And I don't want to see this stuff. Okay, it's good to get diversity, inclusivity. I get it. You don't want to see the same people again and again. But then if you're going to do that, don't piss off the entire planet by doing these dipshit... Batman, how many good female antagonists do you have in this universe? Did you need to gender swap these people? And I'm pretty sure there's a new Batman animated series supposed to be really good. Penguin is now a woman. I'm not even joking. Why? Why do you need to do that? Batman has some incredible antagonists that are females. Why do you need to do Penguin? Basically, a female Jason Schreier is now the bad guy of Batman. Bro, that's what... Every time I see Penguin for Batman, I see Jason Schreier. So it's just like, come on, man. It's stupid, man. All this bullshit needs to end, man. Randy G says, I know the history behind what woke is, but what your woke terminology was taken over time ago. Randy G with the $5 says, you need to learn where woke comes from and stop using it as a descriptor of things that you don't like. It demonstrates, I think you're saying, your ignorance. So then tell us, Randy, in chat where woke comes from, because I know the history behind it, but I know what woke means today. And it doesn't mean what you think it meant, because that thing has well and truly been hijacked definitively. Go on, Randy. Randy G, I want you. You don't have to super chat. Tell us in the chat what it meant and how that's relevant today. Listen, bro. I don't do this grift like Grums or anything just for clout. I'm a brown Pakistani Muslim guy, bro, living in the UK. You think why would I vouch for, like, this bullshit like a lot of right-wing white conservatives would want to do? I'm not doing that. But ultimately, what I don't want is a bunch of this stupid woke shit. When I had the David Jaffe thing and the guy who clipped it, and I didn't want to say it in front of David Jaffe because he's got, and I should have said it, because he's got a trans son or daughter or whatever. But I'm so tired of this shit, man, on the cartoons. Like, and I know this is gonna be, everyone's different. Look, you may disagree with me. You may want this stuff. You may want this fat, and you might think, oh well, Gaz, you're objectifying women by pointing to this, whoever this freaking creature is, bro. Bro, I mean, come on, man. How's they... Bro, look at the freaking design, lad. It looks so dumb. It doesn't even look good. Bro, that's an actual skin, blood. That's not Photoshop. That's an actual skin. Come on. Bro, look at this, man. What? As Spotify listeners, we've got... Just use your imagination. We've got Mrs. Freeze with the buzz cut. With the LGBT flag, just like cape. With red, puffy, whatever you call it. Like a sash or something around her neck. What do you call that around your neck? And it's got the little symbols, pink symbols. Like, is that even thoughtful game design? Like, is that a thoughtful design for your top subject matter? Does this help? Does this make people think, you know what? I feel like I've been catered to. It does nothing to the craft. The game is tagged. Your priorities are just... It's just stupid. It's not helping. It's actually causing division. It's not inclusivity. It's not making things inclusive. It's not making things better for people. It's making things worse. Let me see if my friend Gaz is an English Stani. Shout out to you, man. Where's Randy G? Sorry, Randy. I just wanted to see if you've replied. It's easier if you at me in the chat because then I can really see it. Chat. Maybe I'm wrong. So I'm going to do a poll. You tell me if you're okay with it. Do you like woke? Do you like this woke inclusivity stuff in games? So odd question, but I'm doing it on the fly. Do you like the woke inclusivity stuff in your games? Do you like, if you don't be like Gaz is saying it, so or if some of you might think, oh, I'll think of lesser of you. I won't. We fundamentally disagree on multiple things. We're human beings. That's okay. If you disagree with me, tell me why. This is why I do this, because I can have a conversation with people. Even if I think people's views are stupid. Because people might think my views are stupid. Let me see what chat is saying. Fonzarelli in the chat. Fonzarelli loves Mrs. Freeze. Woke is an adjective derived from an African-American vernacular English, originally meaning alertness to racial prejudice and discrimination. Yes! Does that what it means now? You're fooling yourself if you think that's what it means today. Because that thing has been hijacked. And if anything, for the black community should be pissed that and they are, actually, genuinely they are. And I think David Chappelle actually did a skit on this where it's been completely hijacked by a small, tiny percentage of people, like the trans thing. Look, gender dysphoria is not a joke, yeah? It's a genuine mental illness. It's a problem. Like people go through that. It's a serious problem. But the culture of gender, of this idea of gender bending stuff, I don't disagree. I don't agree with it. I'm vehemently against it. This whole puberty blocker shit, all of that stuff. I'm Muslim. I'm against it. Like, if you can cancel me if you want, I do not want that. If my kid starts getting taught this shit in school, I'm sending him to Saudi or somewhere where they won't teach that shit to my kids. I am vehemently against that. But if I'm a black man and I see that shit and the woke movement being completely hijacked by all this trans stuff, I'm going to be pissed. Like these people are what, 1%, 2%? I said these people, but if you're trans and you're watching this, look, how... You have to concede that you're a tiny minority in the grand scale of things. Yet the noise made is so disproportionate to so much that's happening out there. It's not like racism have ended. It's not like all the other prejudicial stuff has ended. Yet we are being pushed by corporations at the top. And that's what it is. Corporations feeding this shit. And it's like... And there's a image my friend Jake sent me. It's just like a corporate guy taking a shit into politician's mouth, and that politician takes a shit into I think it's the media, and then they vomit it out into the end user, which is us. And it's not doing any favors. It's not doing any favors. And people are scared. This cancel culture will cancel you to have conversations that are meaningful like this. Like, it's get me in a room with someone trans who will vehemently agree with my take. I will happily have that conversation. But everything is polarized, and they use this against you, and it's stupid. Just look at the Olympic opening ceremony. That was ridiculous. If you're an adult, that's on you. Live your life the way you want. But kids don't know any better, and this is the problem, Font. I saw like that Batman thing, and some of the stuff I saw in that, I was just like, I don't want my kid to see that, man. But different strokes for different folks, man. It is what it is. This is the case of living in a melting pot society. We have different views. But ultimately, this woke project, and I'm sorry to hijack that word. I didn't hijack it. It's been hijacked by other people. That project has failed, fundamentally failed, because it's not causing unity. It's not causing understanding. It's sowing discourse, like sowing real hatred and anger, and it's being manipulated by a lot of people. I do not trust the shit from corporations leading it. Time to piss off. Focus on the games. And so I saw this. Ooh. Wait, can I click on? Oh shit! 1 second. So that China had a China open hyperlink. Why is it not working? 1 second, chat. So China. I'm sounding like Donald Trump. China. The makers of Black Myth Wukong released a guideline for the game about things that you can and cannot talk about. And check this out, bruh. Oh, it's on a different browser. Anyway, let me close this. Check this out. Spotify listeners, I'm just going to read it out to you. The Black Myth Wukong guidelines for content creators apparently leaked online. Streamers who have agreed to use a game key are not allowed to include politics, feminist propaganda, China's game industry policies, or trigger words as COVID or quarantine. This is the thing. Look at the do's and don'ts. Do's, enjoy the game. Don't. Do not insult other influencers players, obviously. Do not use offensive language, fair enough. Do not include politics, violence, nudity, feminist propaganda, fetishization, and other content that instigates negative discourse. That is fine. Why would you even need to talk about it? Do not use trigger words such as quarantine or isolation, which is weird. This must be a Chinese thing, like. But in what sense, what has COVID got to do with this game? And do not discuss content related to China's game industry policies, opinions, and news. Like, people will still do it if they want to. But what bearing does that have on this game? Like, why would you want to talk about it in the first place? Why is it relevant? Fair enough, China, you know, they'll have their own policy of trying to control some of the narrative, but why would you want to talk about that in this game? Do not use words like Kung Flu either. Fonz, what are you saying? It's stupid. So the poll results have come in, and again, unsurprisingly, 83% of you said you don't like woke inclusive stuff in your games after 85 votes. It's stupid. Fonzarelli, you're so messy. It's dumb. And it's not helping. But Black Myth Wukong as a game itself looks really good. Looks really good. I just looked at some of the reviews. It's like a boss rush kind of game. It looks great to me. And I'm just not looking at gameplay for that game, because of what I've discovered is with Elden Ring, with Sekiro, a part of the enjoyment is just the fresh encounters. But the problem is the game isn't running that well. And I'll show you one clip which I saw, and this is one of the few clips I've seen of this game. There's a couple of guys running it on their PC, and the game looks bad. This is what Black Myth Wukong would look like if we pandered to if we pandered to sensibilities. Black Myth Wukong. Let me see if I can find someone links it to me. I'll find it. But basically the game is really choppy, and it doesn't look that great. And on PC users get shafted all the time. Now I think the game looks okay on PlayStation, so we're gonna find out in a couple of days when the game releases. I think August 20th. I think it's 20th, Tuesday. This game's gonna be on PlayStation, and I'm salty that this game is not on Xbox, man. Although I'm still playing Elden Ring. It's a big L for Xbox. But it is what it is. PT Maverick, did you see Nib aka Niblet try to defend the difference between 80 meta on Starfield compared to Black Myth? He acts like Steam reviews are pure. Nibbles is the guy who would defend, go after. He says, oh, the journalists are wrong. He used Steam reviews for his basis when he picks and chooses where he wants. When I point to Drive Club, this beloved game has 71 Metacritic. Oh, no. Games Radar did a re-review and it's a 9 out of 10. Bro, the game was so shit. One, no one hardly played it. And two, the studio collapsed. Do you think for 1 minute, and this is to you, Nibs, do you think for 1 minute you would open your mouth and put up a defense like that? Like when it comes to Halo Infinite, scathing as hell. Game has improved massively in terms of multiplayer, but in terms of content support. Am I demanding a re-review for that game? I'm the one saying the game failed to do what it needed to do. Oh, the game had bugs for 3 weeks. Hashtag Drive Club. Come on, man. It's bollocks. It's bollocks. I'm sick and tired of, and Nibs does this a lot. He's so disingenuous, but he doesn't realize it. When I asked him once, do you consider yourself a fanboy? He goes, no. I'm like, well, the conversation's over. This is the thing. Xbox guys, although I feel like they're getting less and less, like Fonz and me and a few other Xbox guys can be quite scathing and critical, but most of the people, Xbox content creators are massive apologists. They'll peek a little bit, yeah, it's bad, but, and then they'll deflect, and that's their shtick. That's fine, but I don't see the value in listening to them for the substantive points about that discussion. And I know Xbox guys are really defensive. They're like, what are you talking about that? But stop talking about it, guys. How can you stop talking about it if you actually care about it? Shout out to BT Maverick with the 2 fingers and a $5 super chat. Thank you, man. But you see, even then, Xbox guys generally have come from a culture of demanding more from the company, whereas PlayStation guys generally just take it. Name me the PlayStation guys demanding better. They don't. PlayStation guys will talk about Xbox. The ones who are relentless, they'll relentlessly talk about Xbox, but they'll never open their trap about the company. Very rarely will they even say anything about PlayStation. But Xbox guys have conditioned to demanding better, to making complaints for the Xbox One. It's the cycle of being an Xbox fan. You will always you'll get slapped around by a company run by inept leadership. And we can say that. PlayStation guys will not say it. Case in point, a good friend Nibbles. He literally is a martyr for Sean Layden when in the context of him being the strategic advisor to Tencent and consolidation, and me saying that he's such a massive hypocrite because he's a strategic advisor to Tencent, the company does the most consolidation. And he's like, oh, you don't know, maybe he was advising against consolidation. That's your argument? And that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are like, oh, you're so critical of Xbox, you're going to do Tim Dog or Crap Gamer and go to PlayStation. 1, that's never going to happen. 2, why would I do that? Have you seen that community? The PlayStation community is dog shit. The worst gaming community, if you could call it that. They wish it was like the Xbox community. And over time, I feel a little bit more selective now with who in the Xbox community I deal with, because I see so much mindless pandering as well. But it's a night and day difference between PlayStation community and Xbox community. Huge difference. Huge difference. Don't even compare the two. It's stupid. Jack Smooth, Jack Move, Johnny. I used to have beef with him. One of the nicest guys, and that keeps it real. And he's saying the exact same things I would say if I was a PlayStation guy. I would be Jack Move. Like, if you think I'm annoying as a PlayStation, Xbox fan, like the shit I say about Xbox, Jack Move is what I would be. Relentless. Because Jack Move realizes that and this is what the thing that the reality that PlayStation fanboys do not want to admit. The PlayStation they love and know is dying. It's dead. Where is your identity? You can't even point towards it. You're this year pointing to third parties, like your friend Nibs, right? All these other people. But the identity of PlayStation is completely being diluted. Now, I have more faith in PlayStation doing a course correction than Xbox in many ways, because if it's necessary, they will do a course correction back away from gas, away from live service. But the problem is, with Microsoft doing what it's going to do now, I don't think it's going to happen. Shout out to Fonz. Oh, man, you don't need to. Thank you for the $10 super chat, man. Goes, love you, bro. Glad you're in the community and honestly speak your mind when most others don't. Continue to talk that shit, Gaz. Fuck the mindless pandering apologists. Thank you, Fonz. And yeah, man, like, you can do that. You can make your own little community about that. That's fine. But if you're talking about me all the time, about, these Xbox guys, brace yourself. If you keep doing it, you're going to get murked and get called out for it. But if it's your shtick, it's your shtick. Xbox is in a worse position than PlayStation. Well, let's talk about Xbox. So, and I did a stream earlier this week about this. So the rumor mill, and well, it's not really rumor mill, it's more insiders are reporting that there's a big Xbox exclusive going to PlayStation. We knew this was happening because Phil Spencer lied to us when he says just 4 games, and I was there, made the video, said it's a lie, bold-faced lie. I said it to your face. It's a lie because I know it's a lie. And then a few months in the summer showcase, he laundered the point, yeah, we're making more games. Then you lied. You lied, Phil Spencer, you lied. And then we're hearing now the reports. Now, imagine that Gamescom, like, time for Xbox fans to celebrate, they unveiled that this game is coming to, a big game is coming to PlayStation. So what game is it going to be? And if it's Forza Horizon 5, like what a lot of people think, I think that is a lot more sacrilegious than say, bro, every other game is coming to PlayStation. Xbox is basically timed exclusives, but I think it's ludicrous for your tentpole games, your core games like Halo, like Gears, like Forza, should not be. Imagine, chat, if Xbox has some actual testes and made Doom exclusive to Xbox, bro. When ZeniMax happened, we were so happy. We were like, Doom, Master Chief, the one console. Imagine it's just on Xbox. You had the balls and the vision, and you had conviction in your own platform, Phil Spencer. And you had those games. How good would it be? And you're like, oh, you're just worried about console wars and all of this shit. No, it's fundamentally exclusives. I will disagree. I saw, oh no, it's Alex do this communist rant about there should be no exclusives, and I disagree massively, because exclusives and the platform exclusivity leverages competition in this space. Without that, you're going to see that the negative impact effects, and it's going to be felt by Sony fans as well, as PlayStation releases the pressure off the gas pedal and starts doing all divergent things in a way that doesn't pander to the core PlayStation fan. That likes now their sad dad games, the single player, high budget, high visual affair games, as it's doing in front of your very eyes. From your foam stars to your Concords to your what's it called, marathons to your everything. They're just doing gas live service, and we'll do more of it because it's chasing that mobile money, it's chasing that gas money, that free-to-play money, because people are voting with their time and their wallets, even with free-to-play games. Everyone's spending, the gaming market has changed. But had Microsoft remained steadfast and made Doom exclusive to Xbox, this would, and all the RPGs on Xbox, what do you think PlayStation would have done, chat? What do you think PlayStation would have done? Without having access to those games that Microsoft is giving to them. The PlayStation fans, humor me for a second. If you're a true PlayStation fan, you're listening to this, humor me for a second. Forget the list war stuff. If Xbox has the home for Doom, exclusively the home for all these RPGs like Elder Scrolls, all of these Elder Scrolls, Fallout would never come to PlayStation again. What would Sony do? It would have to absolutely feel the pressure and say, alright, if they're going to be the Western RPG powerhouse, we're going to double down and make sure they never even, well, they're pretty strong in Japan anyway, but we'll be the JRPG powerhouse. Or we got to make some money on the Western RPG side. We need to make some investments. First-person shooters, we need to go hard on it because they've got Doom, they've got Halo, they've got Call of Duty. Imagine if they could make, okay, I get it, regulators and whatnot. I still think Xbox could make COD exclusive, but never mind. But if they didn't, and their COD was, that was it, what would they do? Sony would actually try much harder than it is now to make sure it leverages the talents of its studios to do multiplayer properly. But now it's this blunderbuss approach with Concord here and there. And Concord is that shining. Why do you think Xbox guys are using Concord as an example to you PlayStation guys? Because it spits in the very face of the same thing you say the identity of PlayStation is. And we're telling you, Sony don't care about you like they used to, or they pretended to care. They will go where the money is. You got, what, 2 remasters from Naughty Dog this whole generation whilst they were trying to make a multiplayer game? And then they've lost it. They failed. Why is it an Xbox fan battering that point to you? Why is Jack Move Johnny one of the few people saying that? Why is BG the only one saying that? Why is BG the only one saying that you cannot call yourself a top tier studio unless you can do everything right, including single player and multiplayer? The moment Naughty Dog said, and basically came out with that statement saying that it's going to go back to focusing on single player, Naughty Dog will never, ever come to the levels of Rockstar. For anyone who, and I saw these arguments, don't even pretend people were not putting Naughty Dog up with Rockstar. That will never happen again. Never happen again. You can't be a one-trick pony, or you can. And so Xbox now bowing out of this exclusivity strategy. What is it doing? What is it doing? The leadership at Xbox are flaccid, useless, no vision. They're selling you a bill of goods, holding on desperately to the grassroots supports because their marketing sucks. And they're basically doing this really awkward balancing act with, like, it's basically damage control. So the Xbox execs and the Phil Spencer's like, shit, let's reveal it here. Oh, lots of good news at Gamescom, giving us some release dates. And Forza Horizon is coming to PlayStation. Why does Forza Horizon have to go to PlayStation? Why Forza Horizon? The game has 40 million players. And if Forza goes, Halo can go, Gears will go. That's the reality of it. And Forza will go. The way they're saying it, Forza will go. So I'm talking to you as an Xbox fan who has reconciled with the fact that Xbox leadership has failed the brand. Just like PlayStation, despite holding on tight, I have more faith in PlayStation holding on tight to the spirit of PlayStation because it's not owned by $1 trillion company that is now motivated by monthly active users as much as Microsoft and the mobile market. So it's a shit show across the board, and the industry is changing. Whether you like to admit it or not, it is changing. And the smart play, the real smart play, is getting a PC. It's facts. If you can, get a PC. Facts. If you're watching this, chances are most of you are pretty the core gamers in this space. You want the best in class visuals, best in class performance, best in class freedom. You get it on PC. And I have been back and forth the whole of most of last gen I was on PC, and I will go back. But I'll still be an Xbox fan, and I will buy a PlayStation. I will buy all of those things. But the industry is changing. I'm always going to be excited about new hardware from both guys, or all three platform holders. But it is interesting to see where the industry is moving, even if Microsoft is forsaking the console first strategy. You may think it's future-proofing it, but if they're doing that, then I need to see some kind of actual planning and foresight, and they don't have it. I'm sorry, they don't. Let me catch up with the chat. Sorry, chat. When I go in my rants, I haven't seen what you guys have been saying. Okay, let me read this these chats. Captain Chat says, don't get me started on Xbox. As an Xbox guy of 20 years, I feel like I've been stabbed in the back. Damn! De Silva says, because Nadella and Uncle Phil want that prize at the end of the year. So if Salot says Xbox is going third party, Xbox is pretty much third party. A lot of them are basically third party. God Emperor Sofa King says, I don't usually blame Phil. However, this does reek of defeatism. Mr. Eldrick says, get a PC and botism and ponyisms go away. Let the ponies pay for Xbox games. I'm good with it. Tanner says, buy a PC. Senzu says, Xbox console guys, my advice is adapt and play on PC if you can. Sebastian Cooper says, yeah, I know I'm good. I like sitting in my comfy chair with my 260-inch screen side by side. And then, oh, okay. Are you playing on PC or on console? Jeremy says this kind of mentality is changing now. Creative Monster says, yeah, PC is the way to go. That's what I'm going to do. I still love my consoles. And, you know, most of my gaming is on consoles. When my PC gets set up, I was trying to do a freaking Elden Ring setup, and my Elgato 4K Pro wasn't picking up the screen. I was like, if I was on PC, how easy is it for me to stream? And this is a content creator problem, but if you're a content creator, a serious one who wants to game stream like I do and start streaming games more, PC is a no-brainer, man. Carolina Gamer says, I'm a PC gamer here. Trippy says, think about this. Xbox Game Studios to become Microsoft Game Studios. Wake up, people. It's all there in front of you. Digital Entity says, PC Master Race. Solitex says, I agree with PC Master Race. I'm surprised. A lot of you are PC. Shabs is a PC player first, then console? Am I behind the times? Holy shit. Captain Chat says, time and time again, 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. Lies, bullshit, the list goes on. They've had it in the palm of their hands and they fucked up. So true, Captain. I feel like you understand my pain. Abdel, I would never get a PC. Not everybody wants one. Not everybody wants one. No one is saying not everybody wants one. But never get a PC? That's kind of crazy. Have you ever tried PC gaming, Abdel? It's not for everyone. Rambling Entertained. Xbox died during the Xbox One and PlayStation became a gaming machine for casuals. I'm struggling to disagree with that. Sensu says, although Xbox games via Game Pass PC play worse on PC than their Steam version, so there's that. Yeah, I've heard that as well. Xbox cannot help themselves. And today, let me bring up another fiasco that's come up. And I saw some damage control of this. Abdel, you are Zach and Clue on Twitter, right? Let me know. Bro, I'll admit I've never heard of this game, but that's besides the point. We are deeply sorry that we have failed to meet the expectations of all Xbox players. Hawk will not be coming to Xbox. Thank you. Why is it not coming to Xbox? Another one? Thank you very much for your help and attention. However, during the process of getting our game on Xbox, we encountered numerous obstacles. What seems like a simple procedure turned into a nightmare due to many bugs in the Microsoft Partner Center, preventing us from successfully completing account registration. Even Microsoft support service system had bugs. Even the support system had bugs, making it impossible to initiate inquiries about our issues. Do you think Microsoft and Xbox can afford to have this kind of nonsense plague their platform when they're desperate to get people on their platform? This is simply unbelievable for developers. That's what they said. They're obviously coming from a position of passion and rage, anger, and disappointment. We informed ID at Xbox about our predicament, but they were powerless to help as it apparently falls outside their scope of responsibility and seems to be a Microsoft issue. Look at that. Look at that. ID at Xbox, that's it. It's a Microsoft issue now. Xbox has become Microsoft, and Microsoft is a bloated, gigantic, trillion-dollar company that is just, well, not gaming first. In reality, porting the Xbox version of our game would have taken less than 2 weeks. But we spent over 14 months trying to apply for a game publication and complete Microsoft's partner identity and registration. This experience has been terrible because we could feel the enthusiasm from the Xbox community players. The Xbox community players are looking forward to this game, yet we struggle to resolve the problems at hand. Although we very much want to share Hack's adventure story with more players, our development funds are extremely tight, as you would, because they're indie developers, and we can't afford to wait any longer. As a result, we've ultimately decided to abandon the Xbox platform release. We deeply regret this outcome, but we've truly done our best. To be honest, this is the first time since we started developing games that we've felt such enthusiastic support from players. This has convinced us that the Xbox community must be amazing. We love it. We're incredibly grateful to all the Xbox players who have offered support and assistance. Unlike some other players in the space, some developers who just, let's be honest, they're biased as well. These guys are saying, we love the Xbox community. We love the players. We had the best community. They're truly amazing. We've tried for 14 months to resolve a problem that can be resolved in 2 weeks. And we can't get a hold of them. And ID at Xbox say, oh, it's Microsoft's issue. Says a lot to me. Says a lot. And this was a problem of last gen. Remember when id at Xbox, the indies felt so scorned by Xbox that Microsoft actually did a lot of inroads in fixing these problems with indies. And yet here we are again. Terrible. Shout out to Rambling Entertained. Just look at how hard they're making for developers to publish their games. Xbox is no longer a console, it's just extra hardware for Microsoft services. He's right, chat. Xbox is no longer just the console, it's extra hardware. And now we're going to have the handheld, and then you're going to have God knows what, because they're going to go that way. They're going to become a full-on third-party publisher. And sooner or later, they might not even invest their first-party efforts or in-house efforts in making hardware. They might even palm it off to third parties to make their hardware. Or start off with their handheld, which might have some partnerships. Now, not just talking about NVIDIA graphics card partnerships, but you never know. You have to tackle these problems. JD Gamer with a 10. Thank you for the 10, bro. I woke up this morning and once again people were in panic, running around like their hair was on fire and spreading FUD. What of the FUD were they spreading, JD? I'm not down with that. Now, I would prefer Microsoft to do the business the way I want. No, can't. I don't want Microsoft to do business the way all these fake analysts suggest, because none of them run a trillion. Oh, this is such a trillion-dollar company, and if they did, the company, and you don't. Well, Microsoft is a trillion-dollar company. It knows what it's doing. It's also the company that gave you one of the most horrendously blindsided releases of the Xbox One that set them back forever. Microsoft's a $1 trillion company. They know how to run their business. Yet Microsoft's head of European, Middle Eastern, Asian market says we don't have a marketing budget. That Microsoft, they can't even get people to develop their, reach out to their ID at Xbox program to sort out a problem that would take, what, 2 weeks and ended up taking 14 months? Most people would run Microsoft into the ground and have Microsoft go from a $1 trillion company to a broke. JD, you're looking at the financial wealth of the megacorp. What? JD, can you not see how the Xbox division is run? Did Microsoft, being a $1 trillion company, guide Xbox One into being an incredible gen after the masses of momentum they had with the 360 gen? Can you say that, chat? Did that help them? Did that $1 trillion company do everything they needed to? And how is it being slapped around by PlayStation? With the resources available to Microsoft, if they had clear vision, PlayStation would be murked, would be sweating properly. And PlayStation's not sweating. The only time PlayStation was sweating was the ABK deal. And that kind of revealed how sensitive their business is and how reliant they were on something like Call of Duty. Jim Ryan, our business would never recover. And yet, the moment the deal happened, Xbox just kind of waved the white flag, games everywhere. They used people like you, JD, to push over their agenda against your backs, and then they lied to you about just 4 games. They're just doing this little awkward dance. It is what it is. You have to call it out. If you're just going to rely on the fact that they're a $1 trillion company, and you don't always have to defend them. You don't have to do that, JD. Bring back the Sega console, says Slim Pickens. You can't talk about both sides of your mouth. One moment say, well, they're a $1 trillion company, they should do this, then saying it doesn't matter. Bruh. They're a $1 trillion company. They made their trillions, not... Did they make their trillions from the gaming space? Did they make their trillions from the gaming space, JD? They made it on what? They made it from cloud. They made it from their PC space. They didn't make it from gaming. Are we gamers? Do you have to have trillions to be able to see that their marketing sucks? That their console messaging is shit? That their exclusivity? JD, do you think it's smart for them to to get rid of exclusivity? Yes or no? Just tell me, do you think it is smart for Xbox to answer this question? Do you think it's smart? Do you think it's smart for Xbox to relinquish exclusivity completely? I want to know your honest answer. Be honest. Shut up, Blaze. Shut up, Blaze. Oh my god. This I'm gonna do a poll now. And if I swear to god, if I get should Xbox, oh shit, my keyboard is okay. Should Xbox relinquish exclusivity? Let me do. You guys are saying yes in chat. Should Xbox relinquish exclusivity? Because that's what you're saying. Let's see, chat. Shout out to Blaze 4K. Darthin says, I don't care. Slimpicker says, not when no one else is. Only works if everyone gives up exclusivity. Rambling's like, what exclusivity? It's been relinquished, says Senzu. I know it has, Senzu, but we're just asking the idea. Shout out to Epic Treasure in the chat. Tom Warren in the chat. Yo, Tom. Tom has signed an NDA to be here. But he's broken it. Shout out, Tom. Yo, Tom, you got some major beef this week for breaking NDAs. He's not liked this week, but the internet is fickle. They'll forget. 60% of you so far are saying no. This is the answer for JD. Thank you for the super chat. Is Xbox making more money now? Or did they make more money in the coveted Xbox 360 gen? Because if you answer that honestly, it ends this in terms of business, which is the stuff I don't care about. JD, are you an Xbox fan? Are you an Xbox fan? You're talking, your argument is I'm relying on their business. In terms of business, Xbox is making more money now than the coveted 360 gen, even though Xbox had way more of a mind share and the best years of Xbox you'll never get again. Subjective, I know. But they're making more money now, and that's why I support them, but I don't care about the business anyway. JD, do you want exclusivity or not? Do you want... This is what I'm saying. The company doesn't care. Shab's inevitable with a £2 super chat with a weird peer. Has Tom Warren recovered from... It doesn't make sense, JD. You're right. The chat is saying the same thing. Is Xbox making more money now than it did before? Because if you answer that question honestly, it ends in terms of business, which is the stuff I don't care about. What are you trying to say there, man? Like, I don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't get it. Phil cares, bro. He can't sleep at night, says Lutrons. Oh no, Nick Marseille's here. JD just giving you money to say bullshit. You leave JD alone. Leo Leon, as a former Xbox guy, I'd be pissed with the console dying. Let's be real. In the console space, what we're really fighting about is timed exclusives. Let's not get it twisted. PlayStation games are timed exclusives. They're timed console exclusives. Well, timed exclusives, but they're console exclusives. And it won't take long, if the way the industry is going, that they will relinquish exclusivity on day and date on PC. Isn't it happened already? Alton Dawn, the remake, is on day and date on PC and on PlayStation. But are we going to carve out an exclusion clause for remakes now? Because I wasn't aware of that. I wasn't aware of that exclusion. Blaze, shut the... Why am I wrong? Why am I wrong, Blaze? Diluting the console so much will fizzle the brand out. It will. It will. And that's the problem with the... Where's the music, bro? Oh, it's here. Should all games be on all platforms? No. What the fuck is this tune, bruv? This is not a song I picked. Okay. I'm going to end the poll here. So, 61% of you says Xbox should not relinquish exclusivity. 38% of you said they should. I wonder how many of that 38% of you are actually Xbox fans or PlayStation fans. Huggy! Should all games be on all platforms? Huggy, you say yes? Oh, man. Huggy, you were pretty vocally upset that Hi-Fi Rush was coming to PlayStation. Huggy, you were pretty upset. And you're like, this is our time to shine. Why are you putting it there? So you're saying that now because as a result of Xbox caving in, right? Huggy? Because that represents a U-turn in your thought process. JD Game of the 10, thank you so much. Because by the way, my preference would be for the three ring approach. My multiplayer games everywhere except Halo and Gears. And Forza, hopefully. Second ring, timed exclusive. Then first ring of sacred games that only exist on Xbox. Isn't that the same as your third ring? Your third ring was just like, oh, sorry. Multiplayer games except Halo and Gears. And the first ring is Sacred Games, Halo, Gears, Forza, and Fable. Well, you might not even get that. But JD, I'm glad you put your position out there. That means Halo, Gears, Forza, and Fable. And your Forza's there on that list. So you all woke up to that noise. I better see... JD, I better see you in this chat saying you are pissed when that happens. And I agree with you. I agree. I'm more stricter than that. I don't want multiplayer games everywhere, but that future's gone. But at the very least, Halo on PlayStation, sacrilege. Halo on PlayStation? Are you dumb, bro? Are you dumb? Halo on PlayStation is disgusting. I want a new Dreamcast as well. What game do I think it is, Tom? I think it's Indiana Jones. What about you, Tom? You can say it here. We know you don't give a fuck about NDAs. Just say it, man. Just say it. You know which game it is. Tom Warren knows, chat. Chat. Tom Warren, I'm saying your full name. Tom, I have it on good authority that if you tell us what game it is, we will forgive you. I didn't care about the NDA thing, but the internet will forgive you for the breach of the NDA. Just tell us what it is. Please be Redfall. I'm not NDA. Tom's like, I'm not NDA for it. Funnily enough, Tom was never on NDA for it anyway, but internet likes to make noise. Please be Redfall. Shout out to 224 in the chat. Smash the like button. If we lose our way with Halo, we lose our way with Xbox, said Phil Spencer. Halo better not be on PlayStation. I hit escape. Bro, you can't. Come on, man. You can't say I hit escape on that little shitty screen. Guys, make a pool for best CEO of Xbox until now. It's James Ellard. James Ellard was the king. That's simple. It's Scalebound. Kupo. Shout out to you, Shams. I reckon it's Indiana Jones. King Thrash. Starfield. Halo. Forza and Gears. He wants it all. King Thrash desperately needs those Xbox games. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. James Ellard was the boss. After James Ellard, it went down the toilet. Full slate. Man, the console war thing can be funny as hell. Of course it can. That's why we do this. By the way, pathetic pork begging pony still got no game, says JD. Oh, shit. They don't. Astrobot will save you. Don't worry, Nikki. Astrobot will save you. But we will rip Concord to shreds. And then Astrobot will save you. I don't want it. Microsoft wants us. King Thrash, you thought Sony won with the Bungie deal after it got announced about the layoffs. I don't know if I can trust your judgment on what is good for PlayStation. I wish I could invite you here. If you can defend that, you will defend anything. That's a resounding L for PlayStation. But it is what it is. Yo, King Thrash, please tell us how many days per week you dream of playing Xbox games. Is Blade still an exclusive, or were we crazy? We called out no logos and slogans everywhere. Hey, I called it out initially, and then I thought they might have changed their minds, but I was wrong. Blade will definitely... There's no... Look, Indiana Jones is coming. Hellblade is coming to PlayStation. King Thrash was going after Digital Foundry for no reason, because he hated the fact that Xbox had the best looking game ever. But you'll have it on PlayStation, and your Pro will run it better. Yeah, There you go. How many games dropped for Xbox this year? Several. Several games. Yeah. Not that many. Concord is dead or arrival. But King Thrash does raise a good point. As much as we make fun of the ponies for the roadmap. Will you Xbox fans actually demand the Xbox keep up with their promise of having a first party title every quarter? If they're gonna be PlayStation's bitch, if they're gonna literally have no backbone and then just put the white flag of the console war, because that's what Phil Spencer basically in the Kind of Funny's interview said it. We lost the worst generation we ever had to lose. We lost. And even if we make great games, it will not move the needle, which you're so wrong on. So wrong on. King Thrash dropping salt in my wounds. He goes, Xbox dropped more games for PlayStation than Xbox this year. What the Well, it hasn't been confirmed. It has. We're going to find out next week. Is going to be interesting. We're going to find out next week. If it's... Either way, it's an L coming towards Xbox. Whatever it is. Unless it's Flight Sim, which I talked about months ago. No one cares. But... Or if it's Redfall, it's actually a W for Xbox fans, because now you soiled PlayStation. It's not going to be Redfall. It's going to be... I reckon it's going to be Indiana Jones. They didn't show the platforms for that game, as far as I'm aware. And I think... Well, Xbox marketing sucks anyway. You think Indiana Jones is going to have lots of people buying it or loads of people playing on Game Pass? We haven't even got a release date. We're in freaking August. It's supposed to come out this year. My gut is telling me it's Indiana Jones. But if you looked at Sarah Bond's, I'll show you. Where's Sarah Bond? Sarah Bond. Sarah Bond, you beautiful disappointment. So this is Sarah Bond. She retweeted the Xbox thing. And if you look at the Xbox Gamescom event, which is... I'm not at Gamescom this year. On Wednesday, August 21st, we've got all these games being shown. Diablo 4, the DLC. No one cares about Immortal. Stalker 2, which I'm intrigued to see whether it's going to be good or not. I'm a bit skeptical about it. Atomfall. Starfield Shattered Space. That looks good DLC. Overwatch 2 and Forza Horizon 5. What? That is the thing that makes me question whether or not this is going to be Forza. So that's a close second for me. That's a close second for me about this is the... Like, this there makes me... Like, what are they going to show Forza Horizon 5? More DLC? It's around about the time you were expecting them to reveal or announce a new Forza game. So that... Imagine they go on stage or whatever. I don't know what the format of this is going to be. Do they even have like a showcase thing or whatever? I don't know what's going to be the format of this. And they go in and just say, by the way, we're so proud of 40 million players. We want to extend it more to bring gaming to more people. And that's why, yes, it's not exclusive. Bam! Petron says, after the Bethesda acquisition, they made a new contract for indie, making it console exclusive. It wasn't in the news back then. Petron, I think you're right with, what's it called? That other guy who left, the media guy. Illegal Dad says, tell King Thrash to unblock me. Unblock him, King Thrash. The memes will flow. I don't blame you. Don't blame you. What's Blaze saying? Blaze. It is what it is. We'll find out next week, chat. We will find out what the madness is. It's coming. It's coming. I'm really intrigued to see what it's going to be. And some people will make noise about it. I will be there. I will complain if it's Forza. If it's Indiana Jones, I'll be honest with you. Like, that is coming. All these new IPs or whatever timed exclusives. If Indiana Jones Day and Date on PlayStation, that is an L. Because, okay, you're getting it on Game Pass, fair enough, but the Xbox's roadmap and games of exclusives that we look at this year, Avowed got delayed, and then Indiana Jones' Day and Date on PlayStation as well. I know the argument's going to be, haha, ponies, you're paying full price for the game we can play on the subscription service, which is not an inconsequential argument, by the way. But it takes away from the bluster of Xbox's releases. They have been pretty quiet this year. I say quiet, very quiet. Indiana Jones is a lame character. Come on, man. Indiana Jones is cool. What are you talking about? A bit for the older lot. The older lot. Speaking of exclusivity, Final Fantasy. Oh, you ponies. Nick Marseille. And Nibbles. Good old Nibs with his paragraphs. He's going to be pissed. There are now rumors suggesting that Final Fantasy 16, off the back of Square Enix crushed broken spirit, how PlayStation let them down with the money hunting wasn't enough. These PlayStation guys who mock Xbox guys, you guys don't play JRPGs at all. Well, if you did, poor Square Enix wouldn't be left disappointed now, would they? Sony don't own Final Fantasy 16. I know I've never suggested that, King Thrash. But Final Fantasy 16, don't even pretend, King Thrash, you don't give a shit. Nick must say, we've known forever that Final Fantasy 16 was... Shut the... This is such bollocks, man. This is revisionist history. They were like, no, I've got receipts of people saying Final Fantasy won't come to Xbox. I've got King Thrash saying, trying to downplay the fact that Square Enix were downplaying Final Fantasy coming. Final Fantasy's poor performance on PlayStation. It hasn't been enough. It hasn't been enough. And we've been saying it for time. And then Nibbles is arguing the Bloomberg guy, which is glorious. Glorious, Mr. Takashi. In Takashi's castle. Final Fantasy 16 is coming to Xbox, just waiting on the announcement for Square Enix from Hazardor Gaming. And Nate Drake is an insider, the same guy who was talking about games coming to PlayStation. Final Fantasy on Xbox is going to happen, just waiting for Square to announce it. Nick, don't even downplay it. Don't even try to downplay it. Don't even try. Don't even try. Just press Y. Now we can instead of pressing triangle on square, we can press Y. Y. It is coming to PC. It is. They had it in their disclaimer. That was a timed exclusive. So Final Fantasy 16, when that happens, yeah, there will be pony pandemonium. Don't even put this just on Xbox, guys. PlayStation fanboys will be pissed. Will be pissed. Triangle. Why? It will happen. Final Fantasy is coming to Xbox. It's happening. And then that opens the floodgates for Final Fantasy games going forward coming to Xbox. The remake, I don't know if the 7 and the remake will come because they seem to be thoroughly wrapped up in a pretty watertight contract. Ponies are really dumb, says Petren. Since they crave so much Xbox first-party games, getting a Series X plus Game Pass is probably the smartest thing they could do, but their brains are rotten. They can support the devs, the Xbox devs, by paying full price for the game. Let's do it. King Thrash with a $5 says, name one third-party or first-party Xbox exclusive that sold more than Final Fantasy 16. If you can't, then is Xbox a failure? Name one third-party. Third-party Xbox exclusive. How many players has Final Fantasy 16 had? 5? I think it was 5 million. I was actually very surprised at how low Final Fantasy 7 remakes or Rebirth player numbers were. They're not that high. King Thrash. Xbox has Game Pass. We're talking about player numbers. Yeah. Check it. Look. We're talking about player numbers now because 30 million, 35 million people have Game Pass. I don't know what Game Pass numbers are. Power World was a sleeper hit. Power World? Is that what third-party Xbox game? Power World has how many players? Power World had a shit ton of players. Power World isn't out, says King Thrash. What do you mean, bro? We all played it, man. I'm pretty sure Huggy's got all the achievements on it. 25 million. 25 million players, Thrash. But Thrash says the game didn't come out. Wait, what? Thrash, do you know which game we're talking about? Power World. Why did you say the game's not out? Are you saying because it's in beta? It's like early access? Is that why you're saying that? It did incredibly well on console. And even on Xbox, they said when it came out like a month after, it was 10 million on Xbox alone and like 20 million on PC. I'm pretty sure that's what they said. But that's not even a first-party game. I can't tell you how much Forza Horizon sold. It had 40 million players. Pretty sure that had a lot more players than Final Fantasy 16. Does that count? It's about player numbers. Then why be mad if Xbox games come to PlayStation? Microsoft is doing this to bring players. Power World was a demo, bro. Power World is not a demo, man. It's an early access game. Doesn't make it a demo. It's a full-fledged game. If that's a demo, then everything's a demo, bro. There's so many full-price games. DayZ was a demo for years. If it's about player numbers, then why would you be mad if Xbox games comes to PlayStation? What's that got to do with exclusivity? Why are player numbers of how Microsoft gauges success? Because it has a service like Game Pass. Because that's what I'm saying. Game Pass is what on Xbox. Game Pass has those player numbers. That's how you gauge people playing it, because they're on Game Pass. It's like Jay Barry was saying, how many Xbox guys, if you like Call of Duty, Black Ops 6, are you actually going to buy it? Like, why would we buy it unless we stopped subscribing to Game Pass? And why would we stop subscribing to Game Pass unless we didn't like the service? But what's that got to do with games coming to PlayStation? That's a completely different argument. What's Blaze saying? How did you do that, BT Maverick? You just linked the super chat. That's cool. What's Blaze saying? Power World is dog shit. Do jump on all over the games like sheep. Now look. Power World is an addictive game. It just gets all the shit going with, you know, the Pokeball, like blatantly stole the idea, the base building, and it is an addictive game. It's not a game I could play for a while because I'm like, there's so many good games. I haven't completed Sekiro. I'm going to spend time playing Power World. Yeah. Also think Helldiver's overrated, but that's just me. Blaze says Power World doesn't count because I don't like the game. Final Fantasy 15 sold over 15 million. 16 did poorly though in comparison. Power World is a demo. It hasn't launched. Since when did demos come out with achievements on Xbox games? They charged you dummies to play a demo. Full game will drop on all platforms except Nintendo. We played the game, bro. That's not a demo. There's a lot of content in that game. Whether you like it or not. When does demo have 4,000 achievements or 1,000 gamer score points? And there's a game, bro. Early access. Do you think early access is just a demo? If you consider early access as just a pure demo, you're an outlier there. Starfield is sold out. Final Fantasy 6. Thank you, BT Maverick, for the 5. Starfield still sold out. Final Fantasy 16 in 2023. Look at Gamescom's top selling games in 2023. Starfield still sold out. Starfield did really well. Starfield outsold Final Fantasy 16. Look at Gamescom's top selling games in 2023. Final Fantasy, bro, BT Maverick makes a great point. Starfield didn't even, Starfield was dominating the charts. Final Fantasy was not even in the charts for a long while. They're not there. Maybe the initial month. And then I think it just dropped. Starfield will be the one. Starfield, Forza, and I guess Powered? Well, you said third party. I don't know. Third party must mean Powered. But you think that's a demo. What about Starfield, King Thrash? Gaz, if you... Blaze says, Gaz, if you like Powered, your balls haven't dropped. How many copies did Thrash with a 2? Because how many copies does Starfield sell? I don't know. No one knows. How many copies do you think, King Thrash? Because we know Microsoft doesn't disclose the numbers. How many copies do you think Starfield sold, King Thrash? Do you think it's less or more than Final Fantasy? Just answer that question. Be honest, King. Be honest. Less or more than Final Fantasy 16? King Thrash says there's definitely less than... But the thing is, Microsoft doesn't reveal the numbers, so we can never actually get a definitive answer. We can make educated guesses. All I remember is they sold so many of the early edition. You know the extra edition version that you get before to get early access of the game? How many was it? 2 million? 2 million alone of that sold. Of that alone. Pretty sure it was 2 million. Was it 2 million, chat? The early access? Pretty sure it was 2 million. You've had a hard-on against Starfield for ages, King Thrash. King Thrash for president. Less than Fallout 4. Game preview. Starfield will make sales for the rest of its life, unlike Final Fantasy games that die off within a month or 2. Yeah. We are arguing over unknown numbers. Next topic. Well, they'll always be unknown. Thrash says Forspoken will do better than Starfield. Thrash, can you... Thrash, can you at least... You don't have to super chat. Thrash, do you think... Because you said this. You said Forspoken would outsell Starfield. Do you think that's the case? Do you think Forspoken sold more than Starfield? What's up, Ninslow? I don't know, man. Blaze. Forspoken. King Thrash does not like to admit defeat, so I'm intrigued to see what King Thrash will say about this. There's gonna be a sidewinding angle of an answer here. He's gonna come up with some line here where Forspoken, man. Broken. That game sucked. Wagwan Bunsey. What you saying, my bro? Happy belated Independence Day. How do you know? How do I know? Because Jamaica's Independence Day is the same day as my birthday. Blessed Earth Strong. King Thrash is either typing a massive paragraph or he's stuck there with that Forspoken one. Because he's not typing as much as he was before, bro. Yo. Whoa. King Thrash wrestles with some of his not so well-aged comments, which is fine. We all make comments. We all fall foul of making comments that don't age well. We read things wrong. I've read things wrong. We're only human beings. It's okay. Let's talk about PlayStation's failed strategy. And I'm talking about another big potential L. And I say potential even though a lot of people have assumed this is going to be a massive fail, and I can see why they would think that. So, bring it up on screen. King Thrash is gone. King Thrash is not there. He's tactically left. Where is it? Wait. Here we go. Marathon apparently is in development hell, man. A game that's been in development for... Okay, this is the wrong link. 1 second, chat. Let me bring it up. Yeah, so apparently thingy's in proper development hell, and I'm not sure if Marathon's gonna be good. I actually want it to be good, by the way. Call me a pony bot and everything. I actually really want Marathon to be good. But because I want PlayStation to do multiplayer well. And even if you're a PlayStation, like Xbox guy, you want something to light a fire up Xbox's asked to do. Here it is. Do well with multiplayer. I'll bring it. Shout out to J-Rock. Had his tweets. Oh shit, there's a lot of Jason Schreier clips here where he's shitting on Sony strategy. Let me play some clips right now. 3, 2, 1. Wait, let me look at the comments. There's King Thrash has disappeared. I was like, because King Thrash does not like to admit when he's wrong. He will not do it. So how could he say anything? And if he said, he'd have to twist it massively on Forspoken. So here we've got Marathon and Jason Schreier, the Volus, saying this.
Of course, is the human part, which is that like Bungie just lost between the layoffs and the Sony moves. They've lost something like 500, 600 people over the last 2 years, a lot of whom were on either the Destiny team or support teams. Like,
how many people?
They've lost something like 500, 600 people over the last 2 years.
500, 600 people. King Thrash. Bungie lost. Sony won. How can you say that?
A lot of whom were on either the Destiny team or support teams like QA and, narrative and audio and player support. And so losing those people, you like are losing resources. You are losing people who contributed a lot to the game. And
yep. Like that talent bleeding out, people getting lost. This is the part of the problem that 343 had with this reliance on contractors who were only bound or able to work for like 48 months or something. You're losing and bleeding talent. There's no stability at Bungie.
And the people who are remaining are going to have to like work twice as hard because they have to do jobs of people who are now gone. And it's just kind of a messy situation that will just inevitably lead to challenges, unfortunately, for those people.
Wait, chat, can you hear this? Yeah, you can hear it. King Thrash, bro, send the link. What? I can't do it. I'm still here walking the dog. Okay. Forspoken did so well it shut down a studio. King Thrash says, y'all run from me. I don't run from y'all. Bro, send the link. King Thrash, I haven't sorted it out. We've tried to get guests. The only way to do is someone calls me on the phone and I put on speakerphone. I will sort it out, chat. I did say I'll get the Saturday guest format back again, but I will do. Oh, y'all are blocking? I'm not blocking anyone, bro. I don't know who he's talking about.
It's like that getting canceled was not a bloodless endeavor. There were some heads rolling at Sony as a result of that one. Whereas with
the heads rolling at Sony, there's not a bloodless endeavor. That is all sounded mission critical. This is bad. Oh, sorry, that was a different clip as well.
People left.
And I mean, speaking of, I was gonna say, what's the temperature check on how Marathon is going?
Not great from what I've heard. There's
Damn. How can Bungie put all its eggs on Marathon, revive the classic IP name, and end up in this mess? Was Bungie like? Did everyone good at the team leave after the Destiny?
a reason that it was planned for this year and slipped a whole year, and people that I've talked to are a little pessimistic about it even hitting its current planned deadline, but we'll see. I don't know exactly.
People are pessimistic who are working on it right now because Jason Schreier actually knows people, whether you think he's a pony or not. He is. They're not pessimistic that it's going to hit its planned date. The whole project is, bear in mind that this project has gone, they did a tangent and turned into a hero shooter, which is this is what PlayStation definitely needs, eh?
Exactly when that is, sometime in 2025, I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, the sentiment I've heard is not great around it, at least as of a few months ago.
That's bad. That's bad. Bitter pill to swallow. Bad.
This live service push, I mean, Naughty Dog's Factions game was in development for something like 4 years with a team in the hundreds. Like, that is an expensive proposition.
Where's your king? 4 years down the toilet, and you were there buying the remasters, buying the freaking remaster and celebrating. Yes,
something that was a miss. Yeah. A lot of these, and that, I mean, that project, like, that getting canceled was not a bloodless endeavor. There was some.
Yeah, we know that wasn't a bloodless endeavor, bro. That was absolute shit show for Sony, and a big black eye for Sony this generation. Does that mean Naughty Dog will not come back? Naughty Dog will deliver a end of gen great looking game, I'm sure. They have to. But don't expect it anytime soon. And it will be a potential cross-gen game. But that means that Naughty Dog basically sat out this entire gen. Xbox fans, we got some respite from the talented, well, half-talented Naughty Dog. Factions died so Concord can fly, says Justin Woodrow. Yep. And that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. But don't worry, X-Fault has ordered 3 copies of that game. Hopefully he can save Concord single-handedly, that bald-headed piece of shit. What's King Thrash saying? Lol, bro, the Bungie thing was a win for Sony. Bro, I wish I could get you on the chat right now. The Bungie thing. Imagine, like, explain to me the logic. You spent $3 billion. I saw your voice clip there. You sent the reply. It doesn't make any sense. You spent $3 billion for the talent, for their IPs, and for the skill set. And they don't deliver. They fail on their mainline platform. The 2 executives instrumental to the success of that IP leave. You pay a $1 billion talent retention fee, which basically is redundant because you've cut 200 people that left. Other people in the soul-crushing place, they don't want to even work there. You paid for the talent because Sony doesn't have anyone that can do multiplayer right, and this is what happens. And you call that Sony win? King Thrash, if you think that's a win, you nothing. PlayStation, the Sony headquarters could be on fire. You're like, you know what? That's a win. Because it's going against the environmentalists, and that's what PlayStation needs. Look, check it. I'm sorry, King Thrash. We will not agree on this being a win, bro. The things that you named to have full control over? King. Not everything under Sony's control is good. They paid for the talent. They look to them to guide them. They guided the Last of Us factions down the toilet and it died. They're failing by their own metrics. They're in the red. What will Control do? They didn't have the talent. Their pace talent is gone. Amalgamated to SIE. It's crazy. It's crazy. Chat. You're being messy in chat. You're being messy in chat. All right. Marathon is a fail. I want to talk to you about one game that actually looks really, really good. And really, this generation has been so, like, it's been a good, decent, with great. Elden Ring is probably going to be the game of the gen for a lot of people. And I think it's going to be for me as well, the way I'm experiencing it. I've never played a game like this. Like Bloodborne, I loved Bloodborne. But Elden Ring, like, who makes games like Elden Ring? From Software is coming up to best dev for me. Like, quite definitively. Like, they've given me some incredible experiences. It may end up being the case that From Software will be the best developers out there. But I don't even want to play an IGN trailer. Ugh. Where's the most Space Marines 2 is what I'm talking about. Basically, this game, yeah, looks sick, bro. I wanted to, where's this? This was one day ago. I don't want to play an IGN shitty ad. 11 months ago. Where's the latest trailer? Anyway, I'll play an IGN one. This game looks sick. And oh, what the fuck is this? Oh god, IGN just slapped their freaking shitty thing on, and it sucks. Where is Space Marines trailer? Space Marine looks amazing. This is the only game. Where's a gameplay trailer? Why can't I find it? I hate the fact that IGN comes up right at the top, and not even the people who make the bloody game. I love freaking reactions. This guy, look at this guy. Anyway, I'm just gonna play the PlayStation trailer. Or rather, PlayStation than.
We are the defenders.
This is the one of the few games that actually looks next gen, like actually feels next gen. This looks sick. It looks fun. Look at the visuals, bro. Look at that. Look at that. This looks amazing. I think it's coming out September 9th. Look at that, bro. That looks insane. Let's go back. That looks crazy. Look at all the shit that's happening on screen. This is what I call current or next gen, man. And I'm waiting for the news that it won't run on Series S. No, come on, God, don't you dare. Don't you dare. No, I don't give a shit about Series X. Just come out on Xbox. Bro, this looks mad. Co-op all day. I gotta stream this. This is a gaming event. These are the kind of games I expected to see this generation, man. And they're so few and far between. Oh my god. Look at that. That looks amazing. I need this in my life. I need this to be good. But the previews have been really good, and I've been avoiding a lot of it. Just like I've been avoiding a lot of footage for Replaced. But it just looks amazing, man. Holy shit. How much shit is happening on screen with that level of graphical fidelity? Probably PC footage though, isn't it? PC Master Race, like King Thrash says. Be honest, says Skaru, you like this game because it has gears in it. Yeah, man. It looks sick. Like, it has the Gears flavor in it. And it looks mad. It looks mad. It's a cutscene. Bro, you don't see the gameplay. What do you mean it's a cutscene? Warhammer Dark Tide, I've heard, is pretty blur. Senzu, I will join it. Bruv, money's tight at the moment. But I will save up, and when the 5090 comes, I will buy it. I'll buy it. Looks boo-boo as fuck. Last gen looked better. King Thrash. What? What? What are you talking about? Warhammer? Did you like Helldivers? To be honest, King Thrash, I never see you talk about Xbox, PlayStation games. Although King Thrash does make a good point. All Warhammer trailers look better than the game in that. And that was the problem with Darktide. But this looks good. They had hands-on preview, man. It looks good. I don't know. But there is an element of will it... I agree with Thrash in the sense that I'm thinking, will it look as good as that? I don't know if it will. I don't know if it will. But another game that I was really looking forward to got... And I haven't seen this trailer. I don't even want to watch it. But it's this game. A beautiful game. Thrash, if you say this looks ass, I will kill you. It's replaced. I'm not gonna, I don't even want to watch it. I'll put it up on screen and basically talk to you guys. But this game is my vibes. Cyberpunk. And just... Oh, this is actually full-on gameplay. 12 minutes. Damn, man. I don't want to see... I kind of want to go in blind. If you were olders like me, if you played Fade to Black... Whoever remembers Fade to Black, you're a G. If you played Fade to Black, oh, I managed to love that. And then it became something else. Or it started off as something else, and then it became Fade to Black. And I'm even looking at this now, it's kind of reminding me of it. Just a beautiful, visually just astounding. The art style is amazing. This game is going to be incredible. I hope it's going to be incredible. A lot of hands-on previews are saying, but that this game's really good. But... it has been delayed till 2025. But unlike the... Do you remember the last night? The last night that was shown... God knows when? It was shown 7 years ago? Bruv, I didn't know it was that long. This looked amazing. This looked amazing. And then it just never came out. I don't know why. Look at this, man. In many ways, this looks better. Just looks so good. Tim Sorrell. I'm pretty sure he's a Zionist cuck though. So fuck him. The game. If he's Zionist cuck, yeah. But this looks cool. I know a lot of people will not like pixel art stuff. But this looks... Obviously a lot of work went into this, but and it never came out. Never. No one's heard of it. I think it's dead. It's a shame, but at least we've got replaced, and that game better not get replaced with something else. It needs to come out. If you're talking about good-looking games, I'm really looking forward to Expedition 33. Expedition 33, is that the JRPG kind of style? Demon Souls remake looks better than Warhammer. King Thrash, Demon Souls does not have as much going on it as Warhammer. If we're talking about how good-looking games, I'm looking at... Oh, sorry, I've read that already. They attacked the game creator, except the woke crowd. Really? What did he say? Expedition 33 looks really cool, actually. Let me just... I think that's the game. Yes, that's the one. This
Product not yet rated.
This is a really good-looking game. And something as subtle as camera... Wait, is this 4K? Yeah. Something as subtle as camera panning with the JRPG elements just makes it snappy. Looks really good. Just looks really unique. You see the gameplay on this. It looks really good. Looks visually very, 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 very proficient. Look at that, man. That's crazy, man. See, bring back turn-based gaming if it looks like this. Just looks so cool, man. It's something as subtle as the camera angles, but everyone's like, oh, what? It's turn-based? And it looks cool. It depends on how you do it. I think we fell out of... And I was the same when I saw Final Fantasy. I was also looking forward to Final Fantasy 16 doing Devil May Cry combat, but well. And the problem is, Final Fantasy 16's combat is very basic. Very, very basic. It's barely an RPG, especially compared to its predecessors. But this looks beautiful, man. This looks really good. Very, very, very good looking game. So yeah, thanks for mentioning that. Especially and we've got loads of good games like that, man. I don't want to be overtly negative about the state of industry, because we talked about how this generation haven't given us that next gen experience, that, you know, like, and they haven't. Let's be honest, they haven't given us something that really pushed the needle and did something that we couldn't really be possible. All of them told us all this bullshit. All of that, like, anytime next gen when they give us all this spiel, and I'm gonna be like, shut the flip up. And it applies for all of them. It applies for Mark Cerny talking about hard drives and how that would fundamentally change game design. That didn't happen, because ultimately games are still designed for mechanical drives. Make SSDs the baseline standard minimum, then we'll see that change. But that's not happening. And Microsoft with its, multitudes of statements that haven't come through. So yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. But we've also got Max Payne 1 and 2 are in full production. I'll be honest with you, yeah. I'm not that fond of Remedy anymore. I played Alan Wake 2, and I was taken aback by it at the start. Production quality, and the same thing happened to me with Concord. What's the game? Control. Started off really well. Graphically looks nice, really smart. You can tell this game, the narrative is really good. And then I'm like praying for this game to be over. Alan Wake 2. I'm like, and the same thing happened to me with Alan Wake 1. And then I realized with Quantum Break, with Alan Wake 1, and I got it from a lot of Xbox guys who gave me hell for giving Alan Wake 1. I think I gave it a 6 or a 7 out of 10. And Alan Wake 2 just dragged. The controls felt really like sluggish. And I feel like Remedy, their best games were Max Payne 1 and 2. And since then, I don't really rate their games that much. And the best Max Payne, arguably, is Max Payne 3, and that was made by Rockstar Games. And I don't know, man. And I know people loved it, and I enjoyed some bits of it, but I thought, this is getting... Like, I was playing Alan Wake 2 in the hotel scene with the blood scene that's coming out, and I'm like, oh shit. But then the rest of it is just like, alright, we have to go through this again. And I feel like sometimes like it's trying to be so smart. It's almost like the what's his name, that director who made that movie Tenet, Christopher Nolan, was trying to be really clever, and it just felt flat to me. I don't know. Trippy says, dude, take calls. I've been trying to get that sorted. Once I get Discord sorted, King Thrash can call, you guys can call in, and we can have a chat. I promise you, it'll be very soon. I've delayed it. It will happen. It will happen. Max Payne 1 and 2 remake, I will be excited about, though, because I loved 1 and 2. So, yeah. And they're in full production, so it is what it is. So we're going to see some good stuff at Gamescom. So next week, what do you expect? Like, are there going to be any surprises? I don't think Xbox is going to show off anything new or have big announcements. But then, did they reveal anything last? I was at Gamescom last year. I don't even remember if they had any major reveals. I don't think they will. They'll give us release dates. So we'll get release dates on Indiana Jones. Or it's delayed. Byte says Gamescom's gonna be mid as fuck. Would it be nice if there was a stealth drop? Churro Beer says I have a lot except Christopher Nolan slander. You don't know how to add guests? Not professional, shake my head. I don't. Not on Discord. Not on Discord. But I will definitely sort it out. I've got a 2-man overlay. Look, I'll show you. Yeah, my audio won't work, but look. Whoa, that was weird. What was the other second screen? Was my face like delayed? What was that? What's the feed for that? Or maybe it's pulling the screen? Oh, that's so weird. Blaze can show me how it's done. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'll sort it out. The future is bright. I will deliver some memes. I will deliver some memes. There's a lot of anti-PC salt, by the way, from the PlayStation community right now. I don't know why there's so much salt, but there is some major salt from the PlayStation crowd against PC. They are hating PC like it's PlayStation now. I've never seen anything like this. Look, check this out. We're going to play some
Cyberpunk
Crossfire.
2077 in VR.
So I
You
look
probably
at,
want to
so
experience
Singer,
that, right?
So Singer, I actually
that mod, yeah.
There's a mod that turns
J-Dub hates common sense.
Well, I actually watched.
crazy mods though for that stuff.
I
Well,
watched
that's
it.
the thing. That's why
It's not the same.
So here's
though.
my
It's not
thing.
the
Here's
same.
No,
my thing.
it's not the same.
No,
but
it's not.
because it's modded. But
Yeah.
it's a good experience from everything.
I'm sure. Listen,
So basically, I'm going to spare you the aneurysm. I have noticed, and I'm working on a video where PlayStation guys hate every platform but they own. But now they're directing their attention to PC because Xbox is doing whatever the hell it's doing. They must feel like, you know what? Let's just call it quits. And I don't understand why do PlayStation guys have so much hatred in their hearts? I mean, PC folks are kind of extremely racist. What? What? Xbox have become PC guys is the issue, lol. That's what it is, Leo. I think you're right. I think because more Xbox guys are going to PC. And I think Alex and Fritanga also add to the salt because they're PC guys. But because PlayStation fanboys are such idiots, they feature regularly in their content. Then by association, and let's be honest, a lot of Xbox guys were ex-Dreamcast guys / PC guys. So I guess there's a natural tangent. Because of depression, that is why they have so much hate, says Churro Bear. PlayStation is literally the worst community. Agreed. Blaze bought a PC to use mods. Okay. Hassan Bajwa says, Gaz, why are Xbox first-party games such hot trash? Only game I liked from them in recent years were Ori and Hi-Fi Rush. Not all their games for everyone, man. What's your favorite game, Hassan? Let's find out what your favorite game is so we understand your tastes. Tim Dog is still out here waiting for Xbox games to hit PlayStation. Tim Dog is not even playing his PlayStation, man. Someone help him. Web Dave, hit the chat. Hit the like button, chat. You know what, chat? At the end of the show, I will do a call-in. It would be nice to get people in here. Before I end the stream, I want to give a shout out to join the Discord. I will try and do it by next week. By next week, Saturday, you will be able to call. I'll make that promise. Check out the Discord. Tom Warren. What? Tom Morris DM'd me. Who? The Chaos Lounge just caused some beef? Oh, my God. Join the Discord. Bruh. DMs are crazy. Join the Discord. I'll push it up here, but it's ready for patrons. And check out the Patreons, bro. We got exclusive videos and shit. And yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. Hit the like button, people. I hope you had a good time in the stream. 2 hours. Not so bad. Not so bad. You assume they have hearts, yes. I was showering. But by the way, chat. Blaze, I hope you don't mind, yeah? Chat, before I leave, actually, I want to play a bit of Blaze's podcast. I was in the shower and I was watching Blaze's show. As you do. Because I love Blaze's content. And I love Solid Rev. Solid Rev is the first person YouTuber I'd seen. So I'm obviously watching it. It was a video, not this one. It was the one where he actually put timestamps, this lazy piece of shit. Blaze has high aspirations to do really well. The problem with Blaze is, despite all the talent and everything to make him do well, he's a lazy piece of shit. And he won't do it. And I sent him a voice note telling him to get his act together. But I'm trying to find... There it is. This is Blaze. This is such a good podcast. Especially when this man is there. And... See, I already liked it, Blaze. And they were talking about real stuff. Like, this is adult conversations, yeah? And I really liked this bit where Blaze talks about using Solid Rev.
No, answer the question. Why'd you want to start a podcast?
Well, tell me if the sound levels are too low.
What's the reason? Was it because you wanted eventually to get to a level where you could make good money off super chats? Be real to the game.
Honestly, no. Because it was always on your channel.
So what was it? What was the reason?
This is the truth, bro. The honest truth is I seen everybody else around me have a podcast except you. And everybody respects Solid Rev for the most part. You know, you got a few stragglers that hate on
Not
you.
everybody, right?
Whatever. But you have a big channel, and podcasts were hot. Everybody was doing a podcast. So that's why I was like, yo, Rev.
What's up, game guy?
When
so you wanted to be a part
I'll
of
come back,
part of
yeah.
the club.
Bro, not to mention, I'll admit this too. I know you're Solid Rev. I'm Blaze 4K. My channel is nothing right now. I'm trying to grow as well. You know what I mean? I'd rather attach myself to you. You know what I mean? Be a part of that and just grow with you, whatever. That's really what it was about, because you were getting all the super chats then. I didn't get any. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Blaze, I want to take this time to give you a kick on the backside. Blaze is so talented, bro. I want to help him out. He doesn't even need my help. But Blaze and Solid are so cool and down to earth, and one of the few people I could actually have a conversation with. And I was suggesting we could do a 3-man show, me, Blaze, and Rev, and just have it, not even talk about games, talk about all sorts of shit. Why would that work? Would that make sense, chat? I think it would be amazing. I'd love to, because I love talking to Blaze and I love talking to Solid Rev.
Everybody.
But Solid Rev is a bit of a anathema. He will disappear and appear. But Blaze, I want Blaze to succeed. I want Blaze to have 50 to 100k subs. I just want to make it happen. So make sure you subscribe to Blaze 4K. But
you see that? He's using me.
That's the message he was talking about in chat. While I was taking a shower, and it goes on. Watch this podcast. It's really, really good. And Solid spills out a whole story about, you know, his journey on it for content creators. Or if you're a budding content creator, like the missteps and whatnot. But I listened to that and I was like, Blaze, you can do it. Just, you need a plan. I'll speak to you later. Anyway, chat. Sorry, I went to go on a tangent. My ADHD and all that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you so much for the support. Just chilling with me. I'm grateful. I will download this, put this on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all that shit. But thank you so much, chat, for joining me It has been an emotional time. And I will see you next week. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow for Elden Ring. Maybe.